What's up, family? So we are at the Momference 2019. The district mother Hughes asked us to come here and cover them.
So, see a little bit more of me. Hey, does this look familiar?
She looks so good. We super African today. They asked us to cover the Momference 2019. I don't know if you all remember, but we have another. I'm not holding the camera right apparently. Is that good?
Yeah, that's better.
Alright. We were here last year. I was actually a speaker on one of the panels about raising strong little ones. But this year we're just here to spectate. The Momference has grown since last year.
So much. It's bigger, it's better, it's dope. It's just everything right now.
So we're taking you with us today. We're gonna participate in like some of the market stuff that they got going on. They got some breakout sessions. We're gonna walk around and meet people and talk to folk, and y'all gonna be here the whole time. So
awesome. See you soon.
Yeah. They keep refilling the donuts every time I walk by. You refill the donuts?
I did.
I already refilled the donuts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and. Oh, these are Krispy Kreme.
You can absolutely eat them. I will refill them again.
These are Krispy Kreme. They're so delicious.
Good morning, ladies. I'm gonna pull my skirt down before my husband sees this. Is anybody online or did I tune in? I gotta make sure.
Can't see your outfit though.
You can't? All right, let me I walked up here with papers, and they're like, hey, Kitty, do you have an iPad? And I was like, damn. All three of my boys have iPads, and I don't even have an iPad. So just use my tacky paper as I begin to speak to you all. And I had to type a couple things out, mainly because y'all know how baby brain is set up. And I feel like I really haven't fully recuperated from that yet. I'm still trying to get my bearings on where my memory has gone. But after 3 whole boys, between that, and I think being super emotional, a lot of the times I'm not able to get up here and forget stuff and cry at the same time. Initially, when I was asked to come up here and speak to you ladies, I kind of shied away from the opportunity. And I think that's because I think just as women and as moms, in general, sometimes you just feel like you're just not worthy. Like, who am I to come up here and stand in front of you all and say anything per se, because I think we're all out here killing it in our own right. Don't you think? So this is encouragement from, of course, my husband Dillon, who's very vocal and is like, girl, you better go up there and kill it for me. FaceTimed me a couple times this morning, and I was like, bruh, I got this. I got this. He was actually even willing to drive out here this morning just to be in the back. Are you here? Did you try to surprise me? Yeah, we lost some cool points, y'all.
But I would like to encourage more single mothers to consider divvying, and we're not 50-50. There's some months where it's been closer to 50-50. It's oftentimes based on my travel and work. My work schedule is a travel schedule. It's not social travel, unfortunately. But based on my needs primarily. But you don't have to only have your child be with their father every other weekend. If he is capable and willing and, able to be a part of the parenting process, because you're not only parenting a child every other weekend, right? Like, there are things that they require every single day, and that time is valuable. It's valuable to your personal life, to your professional ambitions, to your ability to have doctors and hairdressers and all the things that go into getting you here today. So we're not for my lash girl and my therapist and my laser person, they're part of my squad. It's something that was very hard for my own mother to make peace with. She was also a single parent. My parents broke up when I was quite young, and she'd call and she'd say, well, put the baby on the phone. Where's the baby? Oh, she's not here. Where is she? I'm like, she's at the bodega getting a pack of Newports. Like, where do you
traveled by yourself in an airport with a 1 and a 2-year-old?
All right.
Honey.
Yes.
Lord with a T. You will come out of that experience. I mean, you won't make it through. But you will come out of that experience feeling so strong that no one can come for you, okay? So I planned this trip. I decided I was gonna do this. And I was that mom who, you know, I have everything together. I don't know about that mom over there, but I do my research. I have my list. I've checked it off. You know, I have their iPads ready to go. I've downloaded their Netflix because, like I said, I'm not that mom who don't know what's going on. I'm that woman, right? Won't motherhood humble you?
Oh, man.
I bought the double stroller, the little light one, because, you know, again, I ain't that mom. You know I need something light I can function throw around. I get to the airport, I go through, you know, TSA, and, you know, I got TSA pre-check, so we ain't taking our shoes off. Like, it's about to be so easy breezy, and I don't know why people act like it's so hard. You know, I'm super mom, I can do anything. So I get up there, my kids got their iPads, they're watching it, it's all good. We get to the belt, put all our stuff on there. My daughter's the sweetest little friendly thing, and the thing about God too is he's so funny. God's so funny. He will give you your first child, right? And again, motherhood's humbling. And your child will go to sleep at 8 o'clock, wake up at 8 o'clock, 2 months old. You looking at other moms like, well, I don't know, because my schedule and this is what I feel. I don't know why your baby don't sleep, because, you know, and we give ourselves all this credit, right? And then God gives you your second child. I love my son. But that man, because that ain't no baby. That man is a no-limit soldier. Motherhood will humble you.
She's a comedian. I love it.
I take their iPads away and all hell breaks loose. They go hollering and screaming, and, you know, my son's hollering and screaming. My daughter takes off to the right. I don't even know where she went for a minute. I'm looking like, what a disaster this is. And you know, black people, we don't like to be embarrassed. I was so mortified. You know, my daughter goes over, she's hugging this old white man with gray hair. This is a true story. And she's calling him grandpa. Public announcement, I'm not biracial, but her grandfather is very fair-skinned with gray hair. He's 100% Egyptian. So she's like hugging his leg, grandpa, so, you know, I go and I grab her. The other thing about motherhood, you know how I used to be so judgmental of people? Woo! So you know those leashes that people... about nobody. So I grabbed my kids up finally. I have my son between my legs. He's still screaming or whatever. I'm like, whatever. Get this stroller down. 8-year dental degree. Cannot fold this stroller down. I'm kicking the wheels. I'm sweating at this point. My heart is racing. I know some of y'all have been through something like this. I am just so overwhelmed. And finally the stroller closes. I'm like, oh my God. Thank you. You know, so I put the stroller onto the thing. I'm like, okay, that was bad, but woo, at least it's over with, you know. Send my sweet daughter through, and she stands over there and waits for me, you know, and then me and Soldier Boy, we're gonna walk through now. So I'm holding him at this point, so I'm like, no, little boy, you ain't about to, you know. And he's kicking his legs, and, you know, when we go through the security. Beep, 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 beep. TSA lady. Ma'am, can you take those bracelets off? Not unless you had a screwdriver that goes with them. I didn't, you know. She goes, well, okay, well, this is what we gonna do. You gonna send your son on through, and you gonna have him to stand with his sister over there, and we're gonna bring you over here for further security checking. I said, let me understand this real quick. You want me to send Soldier Boy through here to stand with his sister, right? You didn't just see Wu-Tang Clan over here? I mean, so she says, well, I don't know what to tell you because you need further screening, and if you ain't traveling with nobody, then... So, I cried. I was like, we're just gonna go home because I don't know what to do. Like, he's gonna run off and someone's gonna kill. I was like, we're just gonna go home. I felt defeated. I felt a little stupid. I was humble, I'll tell you that much. It humbled me. But I felt like such a failure, and I was like, other mothers do it, why can't I? Do you know that a woman she came over and touched me on my shoulder, and she said, can I help you? Wow. I don't even think I replied. I think I just looked at her. And she picks up my son, who's now a model citizen. and he's like staring at her, and then I don't know, it's just because she's white, blonde hair. I was like, why is he staring at her like this? And she was quiet, so they walk through, she holds my daughter's hand. I'm still just like shaking, mortified. They do the extra screening on me, and once I come around from the extra screening, my kids are in their stroller, it's been opened up, they have their iPads. And I just started crying. At this point, my emotions were based on just an overwhelming feeling of humanity and motherhood in this tribe that we're talking about. Someone who doesn't know you, who gains nothing from this, who can see you and feel you. And that little gesture, right? It changed my whole energy.
Shout out to all these moms who have salad on their plates. That's great. That's not what I came here for. I came here for the scraps.
Hi guys, Noémie here. Well, Kier actually left a little while ago. Somebody had to pick up the baby. I was here last year and I didn't really get the chance to really sit back and reflect while I was still here. At that moment, I was definitely there more in a supportive role for him. But this year is completely different. He was there to support me. Something that is definitely runs true in our vlog is that we're very big on honesty. We're very big on being open and transparent. And Kier definitely, if you follow his Instagram page and really just follow the Kier and Them page, which is run by him, you get to see parenthood and the struggles of parenthood from a father's perspective. I'm not really as vocal about the struggles with being a mother and what that transition looks like, but being here today really inspired me to talk about that more and to share that more. I had the opportunity to speak with someone who does watch the vlog. Don't know her, just met her today, and she shared with me how inspired she was, not only to see like Kier and I's dialogue and the way that we kind of talked through our relationship, but to see how open I was about my fears of getting married, about the struggle of being a mom. And we don't really get to talk about that in a judgment-free zone. Tatiana Ali was the afternoon keynote speaker, and one of the questions that one of the guests posed to her was, what inspires you to keep going and to keep focused? when you have all of these expectations of motherhood and career and just life just coming at you crazy, essentially, like what keeps you focused? Her answer was unexpected. Her answer is something that I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable saying, even though I feel the same way. And she said her husband, she said he gives her that support in a way that just inspires her to keep going, and he understands her and he allows her to be herself. And it's so important to have a partner like that. And I'm sure everybody else's motivations are probably different, but for me, it's very in line with what Tatiana Ali said. And you know, Kier is a blessing, not only to our family, but to me and my own personal growth. I got somebody at home that loves me unconditionally. I have someone at home that's going to push me to best me that I can be, and that's why I'm marrying him. That's why I had his baby. Yeah. I love you, boo.
That's gonna be it for us for this vlog, but thank y'all for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you also hit that notification button so you can know of all our new episodes as soon as they post. Shout out to everybody that's followed us on Instagram. The page is almost at 30,000 follows, which is crazy because we've only had it for about a year. So thank y'all. Love y'all. See y'all in 2 weeks. Hands too ashy. Hold up. There you go.